Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. We're working again with this band of energy that's like supporting and supporting our bodies, supporting our emotions, our thoughts, our impressions. The cat down the street. So these things are showing up. So some things are coming up to surface. And this is related to a book called Delete on the Spot, and it's about stress and pain. So it could be with the body, it could be your thinking mind, or it could be your past lives or your future lives, any of these lives that we're working with. So we're going to go right down into some of these strategies with Delete on the Spot and also working and to see if we can get some reduction with stress and reduction with pain. So we're working with the Delete Octagon, all right? So that's eight different points of views, right? So it's Delete Octagon. It's 8 gateways. And the first one is eliminate. So eliminate something in your body or in your thoughts or in your past lives or thinking about eliminating some things in the future, whatever that means, right? So the first one is eliminate. The next one is free. It's hey, I'm free range chicken. But what do you want to free from some of the stories of your lives, free some of these other states of, sorrow or grief or pain or suffering, any of those things, and then moving into becoming independent. And so I think each one of us has opportunities to get more independence, and it's up to what you want. What do you want to do with your independence? What else do you need to do to take one step that'll get you moving forward in the way that you want it to be instead of what others might say to you or other thoughts and other impressions. So the independence is huge. Moving into what we call releasing. So a lot of the sessions I do with Coach HT and Akashic Records is that we do a lot of what we call releasing. And sometimes releasing could be, dissolving or removing or erasing or letting things go, whatever that means. But that is a huge opportunity for a person to start releasing some things. And so people like to hang on to their story. They're going to tell their friend, they go, hey, I'm talking about my yucky stuff. But you start noticing that the more that you go into that release, once you've kind of gone into an experience that you're ready to let go of, it's already done. It's already gone. There's nothing else that you need to do anymore, right? So it's that easy. And for some people, they like to hang on to it. I like to hang on to that stuff. But that release would be fabulous. Letting go, letting go, letting go. The next one is to protect. What do we need to protect with our body, with our emotions, our thoughts, our friends? Do we need to protect for somebody that might have been harmful for you in the field? What else would that be like? So that protection piece is always there, just to remind us that. We might need to make some changes with some of the friends or some of the experiences that you're working with protection. And the next one is really, these are all kind of similar, right? So we've got eliminate, free, independent, release, and then protection, and then going into forgiveness. And that forgiveness piece, some people are really able to let go of things really quick. It took me a while to do that. It's been a practice to forgive and let go, and for some others, it could be something completely different. But the more that you go into some of these ideas of forgiveness, that is like the sweetest thing that you can do. And you could say, "Well, I'm gonna go to that person's door and I'm gonna knock on the door, and then I'm gonna say, I'm sorry that I'm sorry about the forgiveness that happened, 10 years ago," and they're like, what? No, we don't even know what you're talking about. So forgiveness is an inside job. It's not about the other people or the things or the events that happen. It's really you on you, really focusing in on your heart space and allowing yourself to just forgive and forget, forgive and forget. And so all of these energies right now that we're working with, it's all about forgiveness, and even with these words, eliminate, free, independent, release, protect, forgive, and also going into forgetting. So sometimes, like we've been in this event or some experience that happened, and then we keep forgetting that story, and then we start realizing we're kind of going back into that story. We need to go back into some of the states of the body. Maybe something had already been healed and you forgot about it, but it's already been healed, it's already done. There's nothing else that you need to do. And the next one is being unconditionally. So the unconditional space is really, really powerful because the unconditional love, unconditional spirit, unconditional freedom, unconditional independence, and any of the ways that you want to look at it. But looking at those eight pieces with the gateway, and again, I'll say it again: eight gateways. It's eliminate, free, independent, release, protect, forgive, forget, and unconditional. So these are some guideposts, that we could be, focusing on. What lighthouse do I want to be in? Do I want to be free? Yes. Do I want to feel unconditional love all the time? Yes. So you start working with these lighthouses and just noticing some of the deletion octagon, which is kind of removing some things, and then we, maybe go back into another pop quiz. The pop quiz could be like, I eliminated this on a Tuesday, and on Thursday that transit came back and I'm doing it again. Or you could say on a Tuesday I'm going to eliminate something, and all of a sudden I won the pop quiz. I made 100% on that pop quiz. And so all of that is helping us. And then we just start realizing that we don't have to keep going in those different transits over and over again, ruminating, remembering, and creating more things with your Akashic records. The more that you talk about something from 10 or 15 years ago, it's so freaking old. Then you start adding stuff to the Akashic records. Here, more layers of states of consciousness from where we are now, right? Maybe we were 10 and maybe now we're 20. So, but we're creating all this other stuff that's not needed. It's just not needed. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go into is working with conventional options. So, learn to live with suffering. So, conventional options are, this is what the conventional world says, learn to live with suffering. Boo. Manage suffering. No, I don't think so. Perform tasks to reduce the effects of suffering. I don't know. Is that going to help us really? And also, it moves into what we call medication. And so, all of those things are happening. So, the conventional options are, like I said, learn to live with suffering. Why would you want to do that, right? Why don't you start clearing it? Manage suffering. How do you do that? We're going to, through this process of delete on the spot, we're going to get more guidance and see if we can get more help for folks. And also perform tasks to reduce the effects of suffering. I don't want to have tasks to reduce suffering. I just want it to be gone, freaking gone. And also medication that has so many different implications, and that's all I'll say. Um, so we have been pulling the wool over our own eyes for thousands of years by our own limiting beliefs. And so limiting beliefs come in, and then all of a sudden you're kind of in this space and you're just like, what? So maybe I had a belief, a limiting belief. I don't know, maybe when I was 10 or something, or 12, and then maybe another belief kind of came in. But all of these ideas, so all of these ideas right now are really suggesting that it's up to us. It's up to us, me, you, and the cat down the street, right? Is that we're going to have a better experience with our bodies, more experience with elimination, more experience with freedom, more experience about independence, more reality and awareness that I'm going to release this right now. I'm going to protect what I need to. I'm going to forgive at the very first moment when something happened. Then sometimes I let that forgetfulness, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay that um, I'm forgetting things. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that is something that we don't need to do anymore. And also, wouldn't it be nice just if it was just pure unconditional love, pure unconditional love, pure unconditional harmony in your body or anything within the body. And so this material that I'm doing has been really lit me up. I've been lighting up, I've really been lit up with some of these research books that I do. And there's two people that have passed this year, and one of them is Joshua Kruger, and he also has a book that I've been working with as well. And then we also have Joshua Kruger he's a chiropractor, and then his mentor was Yuen, DC, and he passed. So the book that we're working with right now is Delete on the Spot, Stress and Pain, and the author is Yuen, DC. And so whatever you're doing or thinking about your body, or noticing that things are shifting in the body, or maybe you've got a friend that's kind of in a event where they need a little bit of support, a little bit of love, a little bit more of um, just caring with one another. So we all have opportunities to kind of take a look at some of these great studies and great awarenesses. And the more that we do that, it's like super fun. We start feeling lighter in the body. We start feeling more uplifted in our body. We start feeling more yummy in our body. Or maybe we just love one another. Maybe all of this is about loving one another, continually loving one another, experiencing different things, and just finding the goodness in life, finding that juicy, juicy goodness. So, all right. So thank you so much if you're listening. I have all these other videos. I'm on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Susie Juravich. I'm a QHHT practitioner. I do Akashic Records. I do all kinds of different ways of helping people through the subconscious mind. And that's kind of where my sweet spot is. And then we see if it's going to resonate for the person, right? So it's up to the person, but I love to be kind of a facilitator. And then it's up to them to find what's best for them moving forward. So all of this work has been a joy, a pleasure, and I'm so happy to be able to share some of these neat things that kind of like light me up, like light me up, baby. So we'll see you soon. Namaste.